Hi everyone, it's still the first week of the year, which means you are either carrying along with your New Year resolutions or you've already dropped them. Well, welcome to Personal Finance Thursdays. Today I'm actually going to be talking to you about 10 financial goals you should have for this year. These are 10 goals that would take you to the next level financially. It's going to drastically improve your personal finance, help you have the best retirement plan ever, and just help you have a great life in general. So welcome, I'm glad you've joined. So I'm going to give you 10 goals you should have, and at the end of it there's going to be a bonus one, so stick around to the end. So let's get into it. Number one, pay off your debt. You see, trying to build wealth while having debt is sort of like trying to drink water with a sieve. It just keeps sipping through. So if you've got any debt, whether it's a car loan, whether it's a student loan, whatever it is, credit card debt, just pay it off. If you've got several ones, then make a list of it. I'm going to make a video sometime about how to pay off debt, the most effective strategy to use. But let me just give you a quick tip on this, okay? So just make a list of all your debt, look for the smallest one, target it, and just pay it off. If it's 1,000 francs, say, okay, I can contribute 200 francs over the next 5 months. In 5 months, you're debt free. Or 500 francs over the next 2 months. In 2 months, you're debt free from that one. And then you keep going until you're totally done. So just pay off your debt. It's going to help you. You have more money to contribute towards your investment. You have more money, for you and your family. So that's number one, pay off your debt. Number two, build your emergency fund. If you don't already have an emergency fund, you really need to have it. I think that's one of the key things that COVID has taught people. You need to have cash on the sides for emergencies. So I would say if you don't have one, start with 1,000 francs, okay? So you can say, okay, for the next 3 months, I'm going to put some money aside to build up to 1,000 francs. Once you have 1,000 francs, then the next goal you need to set is 3 months of expenses. So not salary, but expenses, things you buy every month, things you need to spend. So your rent, your insurance, your food, your transportation, for you and your family, those key things, have 3 months set aside. It could be like 9,000 francs, 10,000 francs, whatever that is. But set a goal to build that up this year so that when things happen, you're ready, you're set, you're solid, because we don't know what else could happen. That's one thing we've learned over the last couple of years. So work towards your emergency fund. Number three, reduce on all the unnecessary costs. Things like, always grabbing some food on your way to work. Why not just bring it from home? Going out for lunch every time with your colleagues, why not bring your own lunch? It saves you a lot of money. Reduce those unnecessary costs because they bite into your budget, they bite into your income, and that's money that if you calculated how much you spend for lunch, if you eat out every day of the week, or even if it's 2 days a week, it turns out to quite a lot, and that's money you can save. You could easily save thousands of francs every year and invest that, or add that to your emergency fund, right? So reduce those small, costs that come in here and there. Number four, live within your means. You have to make that like your primary goal for this year. You have to live within your means. So what that means is if you make 5,000 francs a month, not a year, that's bad. If you make 5,000 francs a month, you need to make sure you're not spending 5,001 franc. No, you need to spend under 5,000 francs every month. Okay, no credit card bills coming to you that you're overpaid, overspent rather. Make sure you live within your means. Have a budget and stick to it. Don't exceed it. You don't need to borrow more money or take on more debt for your everyday expenses. So stick to your budget and live within your means. Number five, and this one is super duper important, have a solid plan for your retirement. If you don't already have this, oh boy, you're missing out. You need to have a plan for your retirement. When do you want to retire? How much do you want to have? Where? Stuff like that. How much are you contributing on a monthly basis to your retirement? Your first pillar, your second pillar, those two, they're sort of automatic. But where it comes in, where you come in and where you need to pay attention to the most will be your third pillar and any other personal investments you do on the side. Okay, your third pillar is very, very important. Your first and second pillar don't cover you fully in retirement. I'm going to do a video about this. You need to be maximizing your retirement contributions with your third pillar and also your personal additional investments. Okay, now number 6, have a goal to increase your income. This can be just asking for a pay raise. You know, if you go to your boss and say, hey, I need a pay raise, I've been working here for so long. It doesn't matter. Even a 1% pay raise is something. You know, you can be starting a side business. You know, I started side businesses over the past few years and it has increased my income drastically. And one of my goals this year is to increase my passive income. So that's income I make through my side businesses. So it's very, very important. If you don't already have a side business, you know, you can start one. It can be very simple or it can be a bit complicated, but you know, just find something simple you can do. What I would say is, if you have a skill that your friends love you for, or your family, I can bet there's somebody out there willing to pay you for it. Okay, I'm going to make a video about how to start a side business. Number 7, you have to start investing. If you don't have an investment account, you really need to start investing this year. You know, in the video I released on Monday, I showed you how, despite all the craziness of last year, the stock market on average returned over 25%. That's 25% of your money that you could have made, you know, if you had just invested from the beginning of the year. You know, so I highly recommend you open an investment account. I'm going to make videos about this as well, and start to invest. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll help you. Start to invest. That is building your future. You know, when you invest, in fact, to me, I believe investing is the ultimate passive income, because other companies are working for you, right? You're working 9 to 5, they are working 24/7 for you. You know, very, very important. Number 8, learn everything you can about personal finance. Learn everything. You can watch my YouTube page, you can watch other channels, you can read books. There are several books. I'm going to do a review of the top 10 books you should read on personal finance, and maybe even come up with an ultimate one. But it's quite important that you really invest in your knowledge on personal finance. It determines the decisions you make, and that can drastically affect or impact your life. Okay, number 9, you need to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Very, very important. You need to shift your mindset. People who are in scarcity always think they don't have enough, and they're always trying to keep everything, you know. They are not casting their bread upon many waters, as it says somewhere. They're not investing. They're always thinking they are poor. They're always worried about the next bill coming. You know, they don't reach out. They don't take calculated risks, investment risk. They don't make good financial decisions. They're always thinking that they'll be poor for life, you know, and that's just not good. They think life is like a pie, and once everyone has had a piece, it's gone. They always feel like they will not get their own piece of the pie. But that's not the way life is. Life is unlimited. There are unlimited supplies for everyone. You can have as much as you want, and you will never still even reach 1% of what life has to offer to us. So you need to change your mindset to abundance. There are more opportunities out there than you're aware of. You can make more than you have. You can have better relationships. You can have a better life. You can be much more happier. There's a lot more. So don't live in the poverty and scarcity mentality. Number 10, make a plan for what happens after you leave this world. It's very important. I know some people don't want to hear about this, but it's quite important. If you have a family, you know, it's even much more important then. So make a plan. If you have your passwords for your investment accounts, make sure your spouses know them. You know, I hope you have a good relationship where your spouse can know your passwords for your bank accounts and all of that, because it can be quite complicated at times. You know, if you were to die suddenly, it can be a lot of work for your spouse to get access to all your stuff. And it's already a troubling time and a painful time. You don't want to increase their work. You want to make it simpler for them. So I'd like to encourage you, have a plan for when you leave this world. That could also include like life insurance, maybe, if you wanted to. So have a plan. So those are the 10 things I've shared with you guys today. And for staying around, I'm going to give you a bonus one, which I believe is very, very important. Be present. You see, if there's one thing I've learned about this past year, especially the last 2 years with COVID, is that time really flies. And there's so many things out there to distract you. There's a lot of information that could make you terrified, afraid, worried, depressed, sad, angry. A lot going on that you forget to enjoy each moment. You go to work 9 to 5 or more for some people, and you've even forgotten what you've done. You're not present at work. You're not present at home. You're not present, with your friends, with your families. Life is going by. Be present. Enjoy it. Life is beautiful. Despite all the craziness you see out there in the world, life is beautiful. Life is good and life is rewarding. So be present and enjoy every moment. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.